Hey guys, haven't done a video blog in a while, but just kind of wanted to do one today because I've gotten so many questions over the past few months from my bankruptcy clients about filing. Essentially, their top question is this: Danny, if I file for bankruptcy, what's going to happen to my credit after the bankruptcy? I heard that this is literally going to wipe out my credit for the next 10 years and that I won't be able to get a car, get a house, get any credit cards, or live a normal life. I will be in financial purgatory. This is total and complete BS. And people get this advice from any number of places. They go online and they'll Google this, and there's debt settlement companies that scare the bejesus out of them. They hear from people in the neighborhood that this is the case, and it's just not. After you file for bankruptcy and your bankruptcy is done, you build up credit again quite quickly and organically. So what does that mean? Your credit score is made up of a lot of different things, right? The max portion of that credit score, I should say one of the two main portions, is something called your debt to income ratio. Literally the amount of debt you have versus the amount of income you have. So when you're filing for bankruptcy, your score is typically in the tank because you have a ton of debt versus the amount of income that you earn. But after the bankruptcy, that score improves drastically. Why? Because you have no debt anymore to deal with. And that's a huge portion of your actual credit score. Another portion of your credit score is account history. Again, prior to bankruptcy, you're probably going to have a really messed up credit score because you haven't paid your bills, you haven't paid your credit cards, etc., and it's going to bring you down. After the bankruptcy, you're starting with a clean slate, so your credit score, again, is going to improve organically and pretty drastically after a short period of time. What's a short period of time? About a year, maybe a year and a half, maybe two. It is not a 10-year death sentence. It is not a 7-year death sentence. Bankruptcy can stay on your credit report for up to 10 years. And if someone searches, they can know that you filed bankruptcy, let's say 8 years ago. But I can tell you that I've had tons of clients where their credit scores have improved drastically in about a year to a year and a half. They'll have credit scores of 650, somewhere around there. And it allows them to lease a car. It allows them to buy a home under certain conditions. You're not going to get the best interest rate in the world, but certainly you're not going to be living for 10 years without credit. That's just a misnomer. It's something that's spread all the time. And it's a shame if it stops someone from filing for bankruptcy when they actually should and actually can get the benefits from bankruptcy. So again, as I've said so many times, I don't care if it's me or another attorney or anybody else, but definitely do yourself a favor, get a consultation, speak to a couple of attorneys to exactly know where you'll start rebuilding your credit and what the actual pros and cons are to the process. Don't just trust it to something online. Don't just start reading websites and say, well, look, I'm going to sit with this $50,000 or $60,000 worth of debt because I feel like there's no way I'll ever come out of this. If I have to file for bankruptcy and won't be able to get credit for 8 years or 10 years. It's simply not the case. There's tons of attorneys that are more than willing to answer your questions and help you out. So hope you found this responsive and informative. Thanks.